the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has urged the federal government to show concrete evidence of commitment to agreements on meeting its demands on its ongoing strike. Biodun Ogunyemi, ASUU President, said in an interview with news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Abuja on Monday that the union would communicate its decision on offers made by the government on Tuesday. Mr. Ogunyemi, a professor, said contrary to some media reports, the union did not reject the offer made by the federal government or make fresh demands. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, after meeting with the union on Jan. 4 said government was about resolving the dispute with the lecturers who embarked on strike on November 5, 2018. Mr. Ngige said the Ministry of Finance and the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation had provided evidence that in $15.4 billion for the payment of salary shortfall in public universities. He also noted that there was evidence that Mr. President had approved $20 billion to offset the outstanding arrears of the 2009 and 2012 audit-verified earnings in the university system. Mr. Ngige, however, said the fund was being worked on and would be released to ASUU as soon as the process was complete, among other demands of the union. We have been reviewing the offer made by the government and we have concluded our consultations with our members. We have concluded our consultations and hopefully by tomorrow we are going to transmit the feedback from our members to the Minister of Labor and Employment. What we said was that we are not insisting on having the total package. We are saying if government could give us 1 out of the 5 tranches on the revitalization fund, it will be a kind of bending backward in the interest of the students and national interest. So, rather than insisting that government should release a total of 1 trillion naira, which we know is not feasible, government can at least give 1 tranche that can be spread over 4 quarters, starting with the first quarter now. This is the shift that the media are misinterpreting to mean a fresh demand. There is no fresh demand on our list whether you are talking of revitalization or earned academic allowance, Ogunyemi said. On the issue of earned academic allowances, he said government had promised to release $20 billion and that the balance would be spread over 4 installments but without stating timelines. Mr. Ogunyemi said members of the union were insisting on having timelines for the payments. Our members are also saying government had also promised to mainstream and that promise is not new, it was a promise of 2017. Our members have also noted that government had promised that the earned academic allowance will be paid within the mainstream budget, which they also promised to do in 2018, yet they did not do it. Our members are saying if you are promising again in 2019, let us see the evidence, which is clear enough, he said. Mr. Ogunyemi also said that members of the union were demanding to see money of salary shortfall paid into their accounts although they had seen the evidence of approval on paper. He said the members of the union were demanding for concrete evidence on all outstanding areas that involved payments. Our members are saying let us see concrete evidence that government has paid, not that government will be promising that it will do this and will do that. We did that with the $20 billion in 2017. Government promised to release $20 billion in 2 installments for September and October 2017. That never happened until we went on to strike in 2018. So, our members are saying, let's go beyond writing anything on paper. Like I said earlier, on the issue of revitalization, our members are saying, we should not stop at tokenism, he said. Mr. Ogunyemi said that ASUU had shown a lot of commitment and called on the